Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on here? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing my Euro 2020 quarterfinals predictions, so let's get into this video, shall we? So the first game that we have on June 26th is the Wales versus Denmark game. I'm actually looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a very even game, but I think that Denmark's going to win the game 2-1, just because I believe Denmark are going to be extremely motivated to try and get a win, especially, after that whole Eriksen thing. Like, I think that Denmark will come together as a team and try and win the whole thing for Christian Eriksen, so I have to say Denmark 2-1. But the Wales still have a heck of a squad with Bale and Ramsey, so the biggest question for Denmark is going to be how to contain Bale and Ramsey, just because Bale and Ramsey are just that driving force behind that Wales team, and I think that Bale and Ramsey are probably going to score a G or two in this game. So I think it's going to be a big challenge for Denmark, but I think that if Denmark just comes together as a team, they can squeak out a 2-1 W over Wales. Next up, we have the Italy and the Austria game. I'm probably going to have to say 3-0 for Italy, just because I don't see how Austria are going to be able to get past Italy. Italy obviously have the better squad, and I think it's going to be extremely difficult for Austria to try and defend against Italy's midfield and their front attack, just because Italy recently have gone 1,000 minutes without conceding a goal. So without a doubt, I think that Italy are going to get that dub, because I don't see how Austria is going to be able to break down Italy's back four, because Italy right now have one of the best, if not the best, defense at the Euros, just because they haven't conceded any goals so far at the Euros. So it just goes to show you that Italy's back four is extremely organized, and the only team that I can see trying to break down Italy's back four is either France or maybe Germany or Belgium, but other than that, I have to say 3-0 for Italy. And next up, we have the Netherlands and the Czech Republic game. Now, both teams have been really good inside their group stage. Czech Republic, their best player without a doubt is Schick, but if I had to pick, I'd probably have to say 3-1 for the Netherlands, just because, I think it's going to be one of those games where Depay and Wijnaldum are going to have a very big game, just because the best players for the Netherlands in this tournament without a doubt have been Memphis Depay and Jorginho Wijnaldum, and I think that Wijnaldum and De Jong's midfield is just going to work wonders and just break down the Czech Republic's back four. So I have to say 3-1 for the Netherlands, just because, I think that the Netherlands midfield is going to dominate in that game. And next up, we have the Belgium and the Portugal game. Now, this is the game I'm looking forward to the most. So next, we have the Belgium and the Portugal game. Now, this is a very tough thing to pick, just because both teams have players that match up each of their talents very well. Belgium's squad, I think, matches up Portugal's squad very well, and I think Portugal's squad matches up Belgium's squad very well. But if I had to pick in this game, I probably have to say 2-1 for Portugal, just because I think it's going to be one of those games where Cristiano Ronaldo is going to show up in the clutch for Portugal, and I think that Cristiano Ronaldo is just going to be poised to have a very breakout day here against Belgium. But of course, Belgium can also get a W in this game, just because, their best player in this tournament without a doubt has been De Bruyne and Lukaku, and I do think it's going to be a very tough day for Portugal's back four to see how they're going to be able to contain Lukaku, but under the leadership of Cristiano Ronaldo, I think that Portugal is going to be guided to a 2-1 W after extra time. That's my prediction for the Belgium and the Portugal game. Next up, we have the Croatia and the Spain game, but if I have to pick, I'm going to say 2-0 for Spain, just because in their last game, Spain looked really good against Slovakia. I mean, Spain's tiki-taka quick passing just worked to perfection in that game, and I think that if Spain finds out a way how to wear out Croatia's back four with their quick, fast passing, that I think it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Spain. And the way how I see Croatia beating Spain is if Croatia doesn't give any space inside their own half, and if they hit Spain on the counter attack, because without a doubt, I think that Spain are going to dominate possession in this game, and I think that Spain are going to be able to find a way how to wear out Croatia's back four, as Spain have been experts at doing that against Slovakia. And one thing that Luis Enrique needs to do is start Ferran Torres, because if Luis Enrique can start Ferran Torres, then I think that Spain are just going to have a field day against Croatia, and I think it's going to be 2-0 for Spain. Next up, we have the France and the Switzerland game. I'd have to say probably 3-1 for France. I think it's going to be one of those games where Benzema is just going to have a career day against Switzerland, and I think it's going to be one of those games where Benzema is going to score a hat-trick. So that's my prediction for the France and the Switzerland game, 3-1 for France with a Benzema hat-trick. Next up, we have the England and the Germany game. Now, let's be honest here, I don't see how England are going to be able to get past Germany, just because in recent tournaments, Germany have just been absolutely getting wins against England, whether it's the 2010 World Cup, because that's the last time Germany played England, was at the World Cup in South Africa, where Germany just knocked England out 4-1, because I don't see how England are going to be able to handle the pressure of playing Germany, just because, you look at Germany's football team, I think that Germany's football team is just going to be able to wear out England's back four, and I just don't see how England will be able to win against Germany, unless, of course, Jogi Löw can get his tactics right again, as if he plays three in the back, unless Jogi Löw makes a tactical mistake, or unless Neuer comes off his line at the worst time possible. I don't see how England are going to get a win against Germany, just because I think Germany have the overall better squad, even though Germany have struggled against Hungary. But at the end of the day, if Germany Germany just continue to maintain their quick passing game and just throw off England's back four and their midfield, then I don't see how England are going to squeak out against Germany, unless, of course, Gareth Southgate gets his tactics right. And that is if England will be able to just play with confidence in that game against Germany, and of course, unless England's back four just has a career day against Germany's front attack, I don't see how else England are going to win against Germany, but if I had to pick in this game, I'm going to say 1-0 for Germany. Next up, we have the Sweden and the Ukraine game. In this game, I think Sweden have the overall better squad compared to Ukraine without a doubt. I think it's going to be one of those games where Forsberg is just going to have another career day for Sweden, because Forsberg has been Sweden's best player in this entire tournament. So if I'm going to pick this game, I have to say probably maybe 2-0 for Sweden. That's going to be my realistic prediction in this game. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, those are my predictions. Let me know what you thought about them in the comment section below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and peace.